अरे क्या क्लास ही कैंसिल हो गया ये भी और भी टीम में क्या हमारा क्या लिया एक क्या अच्छा वो लोग बुलाया था हमने है तो रिदमान सोनल और इसको भी बुलाया था क्या मैंने बुलाया था बट हमारा ये नहीं हुआ मेरे पास
वो भी खेलता है
क्या
ऐसे
फोन पे खेला तुमने
भी खेलता है ऐसे
फोन पे नहीं खेला मैं तो फीफा में ही आया फोन की इसलिए
फीफा
और
में
भी
बात
भाई
करता है
अच्छी चलो
उधर ही बैठना है
हो गया
मैं अंदर बैठूंगा नहीं हम साथ में बैठेंगे हाँ मैं अंदर
कोने में ही बैठा हूँ
आप बाहर बैठ रहे हैं
वैसे भी कोने में नहीं बैठ रहा
वो जब नहीं उठा रहा
तू बाहर की कोने में बैठ रहा है
अरे इधर ही आ
सांप लोग
इधर ही आएगा
तो बोला
अरे इधर आ ना वो आना ही नहीं इधर
आना था
वो तो बुला
वो आना
तीन लोग एक साथ
तेरे बुक्स लेना
नहीं नहीं बाद में आते
आज कुछ खाना है
नहीं पैसा है
मेरे पास कब पैसा
मेरे पास है पैसा है सॉरी
है
दो मेरे जल्दी
भाई 20 रुपए कब दे रहे हो
कौन सा भाई 20
मार तेज है ना
तेज है
पता नहीं
पापा बोल
हेड्स
भाई इसको पहले
हेड्स
ठीक है सो
स्टीलिंग कर
ये वाला हम 5 रुपए वाला रखते हैं ठीक है ये था 5 रुपए का
मेरा 500 रुपए
आप पहले आप बोलो
हेड्स
हेड्स
एक तू नहीं खेल रहा है
मैं उसके तरफ से बोला
हेड्स
हेड्स 5 हां और एक
तेज
हेड्स 5 कैंसिल
पक्का हेड्स
ये 10 का खेलते हैं
चलेगा हेड्स से
10 चलो हेड्स
हेड्स से
ये
हाँ हाँ उल्टा क्या मेरे सामने उल्टा
20
किया
रुपए चेक बोल आप
तेज है
हेड्स 10 हेड्स है
मैं कुछ बोला ही नहीं लेकिन
तेल बोला तू
नहीं वो पहले का बोला था
तू बोल
चीटिंग नहीं आप तू उड़ाए नहीं
अबे भाई भाई ये सच्ची देख
भाई ये उड़ा रहा है
अबे भाई ये
उसको मार
तीन चार बार उड़ा मारा मारा और अब क्या बोल सिर्फ कैंसिल आउट होगा ये 20 वाला है
पक्का 28
क्या
हेड्स से
हेड्स
20 रुपए
अबे हाँ रुक ना और एक राउंड है 3 राउंड हो गए
हेड्स
बोल
हेड्स
मैं भी
ए भाई भाई ये भाई चिट मत अब ऐसा हुआ था कितना चढ़ेगा हो गया राउंड चल 20 रुपए ले आ
एक और राउंड हुआ ना
अबे 3 राउंड बोला था मैं
नहीं तू ऐसा नहीं बोला
5 राउंड का आता है मतलब और तो
अभी
ए चुप
व्हाट शुड
Very
गुड
good.
इवनिंग सर
Very good evening, Sena. Such a wonderful. Finish. So the same chapter, na? Natural vegetation, completed.
हां सर
Chapter number. Wait, let me try to. Have we with the chapter called pressure and winds completed, na? Humidity. Last time what I
Humidity
was
half minute
no. Last class what I was doing.
we completed insulation and then we went on to atmospheric pressure
Then that's a big chapter, no? What was the last topic?
factors we completed factors and we need to start with world factors.
yes we did factors we did the half now we have to do winds
Okay. So right. Let's start with this. Can I say air and motion is known as winds? Is air and wind is different? Or it is the same?
wind is moving it
Air is in motion. What is that moving air? Huh? Bad definition of the wind. So write what is the meaning of the word winds.
वापस ले आता है
Write the meaning of the word wind. Horizontal movement of the air. Horizontal movement of the air in the atmosphere. Horizontal movement of the air in the atmosphere is referred as winds. Horizontal movement of the air in the atmosphere is referred as winds. Full stop. Now write next line. Air current. Air current. The vertical or nearly vertical movement of air is the vertical or nearly vertical movement of the air which manage a system of circulation in the atmosphere. Which manage a system of circulation in the atmosphere. Why they are using current and wind together? Both have their own role to play, correct? Which one you feel has a greater role to play?
Wind.
Wind. How about air currents? Yeah, they do. But winds only bring in and take out. What? Huh? Winds only come. Relax, why it's so running. So normally either winds or air currents both have their respective role to play in the atmosphere. So we have monsoonal winds in India, two types. Any idea what are they? Southwest. Other is northeast. Then we have cyclones and anti-cyclones. Are they wind movement or the air currents?
High pressure.
Maybe high pressure, but it has a impact of the wind also, which is more dangerous. Cyclone is more dangerous. Why not anti-cyclone?
Because in anti-cyclone,
only a little bit of rain happens and
He is telling the process. He is telling the cause.
high
High pressure is in the center and low pressure is outside.
outside.
So it might stretch for weeks. And you are saying light drizzle, but no heavy rain. Whereas cyclones hardly for 2 or 3 days, but it might cause. I think every coastal region in India experience during monsoon. Sometimes it might be Assam, sometimes it might be Bengal. Why not even Mumbai has experienced? I will inform me. So either I say wind or I say air currents. Wind horizontal, air currents more or less I cannot say vertical exactly 90 degree, but it is vertical movement. So it can create what? Create either a cyclone or a anticyclone. Because nature has made only one thing very clear. What is that? Is it predictable or unpredictable? Unpredictable. Then why are we studying geography? Certain things still not caught by any computers of human being. Can you name which it is? तो हर रोज तो 15 दिन का देता है तो फिर एक्यूरेट होने के लिए क्या उससे क्या कंफर्मेशन थोड़ी लेगा मैं तेरे बारे में बोल रहा हूँ तो ऐसे और क्या you know what is tsunami?
Yes.
Can it be predicted? Tsunami alarming system India ने लगाया है only one thing we cannot. What is that? That's
कितना बड़ा है
it is an earthquake.
But we have the
हाँ, पहला शॉक आने के बाद ही हम लोग उसको मेजर कर सकते हैं, तब तक नॉर्मल है. There are three kinds of waves in earthquakes. Anybody? P waves, S waves, and T waves. आज ही पढ़ा और आज ही याद आया. Primary, secondary, and long waves, longitudinal. तो जब P waves hit करता है किसी एरिया को, people will come to know, oh, earthquake is there, and then they start measuring. But जब तक वो पहला wave hit नहीं करेगा, it's impossible to measure. But volcano we can expect. एक बार
the
वो smoke crater का sound धम करके then ऐसा बाबे बोलने वाला. Both are root cause of each other. Both are complementing, or we can say supplementing. You know, the complement. Either volcano be first, earthquake be second, or earthquake की वजह से volcano भी आया है. Have you any time heard about undersea volcanoes? Undersea में कैसा होगा? पानी तो है. It bursts. Sometimes you might say black ash coming even to the shore. उतना उसका temperatures are 1500 to 2500, and no water can seal such a lava which is having such huge. कैसे? वो तो बुलबुला बाहर ही निकलता रहता है ना, पानी को अंदर अलाउ करना चाहिए ना. So we always believe either winds or its current. Air currents have their own respective role to play. Now write down the small heading: factors affecting direction and velocity of winds. So winds I've said air currents. Then I'm saying factors.
Direction and
Velocity. Two things it is affecting. One is direction of the wind, and other is velocity. Okay, what is the other word for velocity? Speed. Because till now, you and me might not be understanding what is the power of the wind. But then you might have seen certain wind which are called as jet streams in India. What are jet streams? Where even a biggest of the biggest Boeing 747 pilot can use of that jet streams. क्या करेगा वो? जिस direction में वो flow कर रहा है, उसी direction में अगर jet stream आएगा, he tries to move the airplane on that side. So it can save a lot of fuel for airplane. Have you any time done cycling? Although everyone does it. When you are cycling against the wind, how do you do? Pedaling has to be very trouble. When with the wind, easy. आप बोलेगा रे slowly pedal कर, हवा ही लेके जा. So that much powerful wind we have it in our country called jet streams, which might go for 30 kilometers per hour. अब बोलेगा 30 किलोमीटर क्या है सर? मैं तो गाड़ी तो 100 होगा, गाड़ी अलग है ना? It can take away the clouds. It can bring in the clouds. So then the direction. What is the meaning of the direction? Sir, it flows from north and enters into east. So which direction it is flowing? Northeast. Right? So whatever region in that belt will be either affected or influenced by what? Direction of the wind. समझ में आया? चलो. Point number 1. Pressure gradient. Last class we had explained what is pressure gradient. Anybody? All right, PG. PG, bolo. What is a gradient first of all?
The color.
Check karo, very good.
slope and
But pressure में कौन सा slope आएगा?
higher to
Higher to lower to higher भी होता है.
It's a contrast.
decrease pressure for unit.
In the same direction where it is flowing. मतलब last time किया है ना pressure gradient. I made you to write also. Read it loudly for the whole class.
Pressure gradient is defined as the decrease in pressure per unit distance in the direction in which the pressure
Decrease in the pressure of the winds per unit. We do not know what is per unit. It can be kilometer, it can be miles. So write down. Pressure gradient. Greater is the difference. Boy, your handwriting is a little bit worried for some. Greater is the difference between air pressure between any 2 points between any 2 points, comma, steeper. Sorry, higher is the wind speed. Full stop, continue. Since wind blows from HP to LP, who can tell me what is HP to
High
LP?
point to high pressure.
High pressure tool using high point.
सर मैं हाई प्रेशर बोलना
ठीक है होता है मैं करने में फिर मैं निकल जाता है हाई प्रेशर टू लो प्रेशर blowing parallel to the gradient at right angles, blowing parallel to the gradient at right angles. To the isobars. Anybody what are isobars? Wait, what are isobars? I told you last time also. Remember very simple. Look here. ISO. There are two things always. I made you to write and remember. Right?
no sir isobar
चलो ये बोलो. You have to find out the answer. Bars is used for what?
pressure
Yes. What is that?
pressure
Barometer is used to measure pressure. And what is terms?
Thermometer.
Thermometer. Thermometer is used for
temperature
temperature. अभी चलो line बनाते हैं. हाँ, atmosphere. Imaginary lines joining the places of equal pressure. ये. यार पूरा science इसमें घुसा हुआ है. Imaginary lines, the lines joining the places of equal temperature. What did I say? चलो लिखो isobars. Imaginary lines joining the places of अभी आपको आगे का मैं नहीं बताऊंगा. Joining the places of what?
Equal pressure.
And imaginary line joining the places of equal temperature. Common sense है. ये अलग लिखो उसके साथ नहीं जाएगा. Isobars and isotherms. Sorry. Wait. Stop it now. So tomorrow, baby Jesus is not tomorrow, tonight is it? Taking birth. नहीं इतना तो हमारा रामलला का बर्थ का कोई मनाता है नहीं मनाता ना. Actually today I was bound to go to Mount Mary Bandra. मैं नहीं जाऊँ.
Mount
You don't know?
mountain
इसको समझाया जाएगा. The church which is at the topmost part of Bandra, constructed by British, 1836 या 18.
वो ग्रुप से इसमें क्या सेव कर
ब्रेक मार दो. भाई साहब बहुत जल्दी नींद से उठा है. मैंने दिया ही है. Because I know your attendance and admission to the studies ना. नहीं मैंने वो नहीं बोला.
हमारा पूरा पोल्यूशन यही है.
देखो क्या है 9th में अच्छा मार्क्स आगे देखते हैं. A written isobars and isotherms.
yes one minute
हाँ ठीक है.
sir after this chapter we have only two chapters
गुड है ना. एक तो पोल्यूशन है. मैं आई
pollution we don't have more
but I will be teaching short only.
Sir,
But
before pollution, before pollution, can you do natural reasons?
anyway, every branch has stopped pollution. I am starting a very interesting chapter, natural regions. I love that. Pollution तो कभी भी कर सकते. If they have,
बड़ा
I'll do
chapter है
it.
natural reasons.
Good at it. Every forest I'll show some nice videos. You will understand.
Why?
70 pages.
70.
It is not that pages. It is the explanation and the understanding.
Content.
Content. Right on second point. Coriolis effect. First point we have written pressure gradient. Second point write down Coriolis effect. Now somebody has to tell me what is Coriolis force. Then only I go with. Come on, jaldi.
The rotation of horizontal axis.
हाँ, तो इसको Coriolis force क्या होता है? Deflection of the wind, not in that original path, but in the opposite path, due to the rotation of the earth from
Inclined axis.
Inclined axis.
कौन सा डायरेक्शन से कौन सा अर्थ यहाँ से ऐसा रोटेट करता है ईस्ट टू वेस्ट गधा हो जाएगा नॉर्थ टू साउथ मतलब क्या होगा
Not to me, होना sir.
हाँ नॉर्थ ईस्ट
people will run out of geography lectures right now अच्छा इसका और winds का क्या संबंध है
Wind
you remember last time not this class normally you have a diagram like this है ना ऐसा and the wind is deflected like this एक डायग्राम है देखो ग्लोब का तो ऊपर ऐसा रहेगा है ना
ये वाला
हाँ
ये वाला
हाँ मैं वो डॉटर लाइन ऐसा बना रहा हूँ सो दैट
ये वाला
ये वाला वो वाला
अब फिर इधर को कौन सा
ये उसका ओरिजिनल पाथ है but it is deflected towards northwest oh because of its effect Coriolis ये उसका original wind direction है but it is deflected towards southeast or southwest then we say it is which effect when a ball is rotating you try to put one substance over that ball it will try to bounce back will it be in the same direction or in the opposite direction if that is very constant when you hit it it will come back to you now what is the wind doing it is coming and hitting since it is rotating instead of coming back here it might deflect in a different direction so that is the meaning of which effect
Coriolis.
shall we write
Yes.
shall earth rotates on an inclined axis and कितना उसका inclination है
60
very bad 23 and a half
23 and a half.
ये आजकल गड़बड़ घोटाला हो गया राम चौटाला
63 and a half.
यार तुम लोग कॉन्सेप्ट ही रखो सब लोग समझो
6.5 नहीं है
wait ये अगर हमारा everyone understand this ये हमारा ओरिजिनल एक्सिस है बट हमारा एक्सिस ऐसा है राइट ये जो मेजर है which is 23 and a half degree अभी समझा क्या है बट हमारा एक्सिस तो ऐसे ही है ना जबकि सर्कल का एक्सिस ऐसा होता है सो दे हैव मेजर्ड इधर से इधर कितना इधर से इधर कितना सो दैट इज इंक्लिनेशन टू इट्स ओरिजिन नेक्स्ट टाइम 66 अगर तुम्हारा ये ज्योग्राफी पढ़ा तो किसने बोला 66 ना अब ये भाई साहब नॉर्थ टू साउथ बोला रोटेट कैसे करेगा फिर ऐसा वॉक दुनिया का लोग पागल हो जाएंगे 66 भी नहीं है एक्चुअली यहाँ से अगर मैं मेजर करूंगा ना इट इज स्टिल 45 डिग्री ओनली और नीचे जाएगा 66 सो जो ये इधर आ जाएगा ये ऊपर जाएगा थिंक अबाउट द डे एंड नाइट पोजीशन यू कांट इवन थिंक कि डे कितना लॉन्ग रहेगा नाइट कितना शॉर्ट रहेगा जैसा पोलर रीजन में होता है 2 घंटे का नाइट एंड 22 घंटे का दिन का भी क्या फायदा उधर भी 90 जैसा है फील यार बोलने से पहले सोचो अगर मैं आपके पॉइंट पकड़ के मैं डायग्राम बनाना लगा ना अर्थ विल नॉट बी अर्थ एलियन स्पीशीज बन जाएगा चलो राइट अर्थ रोटेट्स ऑन इंक्लाइंड एक्सिस ब्रैकेट में लिखो 23 and a half degree which forces the wind to deflect from its original path from its original path all thanks to मत लिखो due to Coriolis force यही डायग्राम देखो यू लुक एट द डायग्राम ये नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर है और ये सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर है In northern hemisphere, the wind is deflected towards east or west? East. Whereas in southern hemisphere, again it is deflected towards the west. So ये उसका original path है. The dotted line is original path. Are you seeing? The wind has to go like this, but due to Coriolis, it is taking a bend. That is Coriolis force.
मतलब सारे जो southern hemisphere में वो east और west ही है.
और ये east की तरफ जाएगा. चलो. The deflection is the least at the equator. Now I want somebody to answer. Wait, पहले कर लेते. And greater at the poles. Now underline deflection and underline least, underline equator, and underline max to poles. Why it is deflection in the center is least?
Because वो close है कुछ.
कुछ नहीं, wrong answer. फालतू guess है. चलो चलो चलो. He's making a guess quickly. पेन लिखने से पहले वो बोल देते. हाँ बोला तो बता. Common sense. It is related to the shape of the earth. Let's see. Any click. उसको तो पूछना नहीं है. He's a मतलब regularly irregular person.
इधर thickest है.
तो थोड़ा सा वो flat है.
Correct correct closer. Flat नहीं है. बोलो बोलो.
तो wind यहाँ thickest है.
ऊपर से वो थोड़ा सा नीचे
इधर bulge है इसके.
What is that? What is bulging? Earth is bulging at the center, tapering at the poles. तो ज्यादा speed जो rotation की किसमें ज्यादा दिखेगा? Poles में. जबकि bulging में नहीं दिखेगा. It's like you rotate a person who is very fat. He might try to rotate, but बेचारा एक तो घूम के उधर ही रुक जाएगा. अब इसके जैसे बंदे को मैं रोटेट करूँ तो बोरा की तरह घूम फिर के आएगा. सर मेरा वेट इतने जरा बढ़ते. तो जो हमारा अर्थ है ना, मैं तो कॉमन एग्जांपल है, लेट मी कम फ्रॉम द कैमरा. एट द सेंटर इट्स लाइक द टमी ऑफ द पुलिस. अरे पुलिस को पहचानने का सिंपल, टमी पहला आएगा, पुलिस बाद में आता है. नहीं समझा? अरे पेट ऐसा लेके ऐसा आता है ना, लोग ऐसा है. फिर उसका मुंह और फेस तो बाद में आता है. अच्छा पुलिस आ गई. Whereas at the end or here, I've seen certain bodybuilders, पैर आके beans के तरह है और upper body इतना heavy muscular बना के रखा है. मैंने बोला यार थोड़े दिन में तेरा घुटना दर्द होगा. बोले क्यों? ऊपर का trunk और नीचे का foundation कैसा है? देखो majority people have a knee pain in the old age. Why?
Because the sign of it.
अरे वाह.
अरे biology पढ़ के आया.
हाँ ये जो पार्ट है ना अपना वेस्ट का जो पार्ट है ना, अगर वेट ज्यादा है automatically every time you are standing and normally after certain age the fluid which he is trying to say becomes less and less. I don't know how many of you understand that Hindi word called paya soup. Many people are asked to drink that because उसमें gelatin जैसा वो रहता है.
बस पाया
अच्छा वो
किसके पाया?
बकरा का टांग. Ah, there's a lot of that fluid.
Even in the bones of
that bone marrow. खाने के नहीं तो पीने के. Certain vegetarian people are asked to drink it instead of taking calcium medicines. You will have it as medicine. What I personally have done, मेरा bike accident में इतना मेरा knee फटा हुआ है ना, there is a 4.5 cut. डॉक्टर ने बोला जिस दिन एक्सीडेंट हुआ स्टिच मार लेंगे. मैं नहीं मारता. एंड स्टिल ना थोड़ा सा वैसा झटका लगा ना, आई थिंक बिकॉज़ इट्स अ बिग कट आई शुड पुट अ स्टिच. मैंने डॉक्टर को पूछा भाई मैं कैसे जाऊंगा डॉक्टर से. अब तो क्या हो गया, पैर ऊपर करके जाना. और एक्सीडेंट कब हुआ? रात को 12:30 बजे. नॉट हियर, इट वाज इन चेन्नई. क्योंकि मेरे दो फ्रेंड्स फुल टू थे, आई वाज ट्राइंग टू टेक देम. ये फुल टू था, उधर लेकर गया तो डॉक्टर और भी फुल टू है. बताओ किधर मार रहा है, खून इतना जा रहा है, उसको बता नहीं था. और मेरा भाई था मेरे साथ, क्या मेरा स्पाइन कब से टीचर देखे पूछ रही, बोले दादी के मारे मेरा पैर. और लड़की टीचर से पूछ रही है सर आपको दर्द हो रहा है? हाँ वो तो है. What does it mean? Whenever these factors come na, the rotational movement is really important. Look, when you are standing in one place, I hit with a stone, it will not hit you. not with that force, but you're running very fast, and that stone also comes with that same speed. What will happen? It will bounce back, but then you are hit hard. उसलिए कोई भी vehicle जब motion में आके किसी को मारता है ना, उसका velocity और वो body का जो weight रहता है उसी में इंसान मर जाएगा. There are many of accidents I have seen, not a single pinch of blood coming, but the person had died. When he fell down, his medulla oblongata was hit very hard. एक झटके में ऐसा बस. Before we could press him, before we could take him, done. But एक blood भी बाहर नहीं. So this earth is exactly like what? A rotation ball, which is rotating at how much kilometer per hour? 1640 kilometer per hour speed. But why you and me are not feeling it? Because of two forces. Centrifugal and centripetal forces. Gravitational movement क्या है? Centrifugal means it is attracting every substance inside the center. Centripetal means it is repelling every forces outside. Although the earth rotates at such a huge speed, you and me are very frictional and normal. देखो कोई ऑब्जेक्ट को आप जरूरत से ज्यादा स्पीड घुमा दो, अंदर का ऑब्जेक्ट आपको दिखता है, and it is not moving also. But if it is slowly and slowly moving, then you and me like dance like a drunkard fellow. Correct? क्या हुआ इसमें क्या होता है? नहीं नहीं ऐसा नहीं कर रहा. चलो आ जाओ. Next point. What is the next point? नहीं इसमें दो ही force है क्या? नहीं रे. So you want to draw this diagram here? The wind starts deflecting. अच्छा एक line लिख लो. In the northern hemisphere, NH लिखो. हाँ NH that is understandable. Wind deflects to the right, whereas in SH it is to the left. है ना? Simple है ना? Northern hemisphere towards right, southern hemisphere towards left. चलो diagram कर लो. Maybe आगे जाके ना every science subject we have one geography chapter. How much we are studying about science ना? Biology, chemistry, physics. Draw the diagram. जा लिख रहा मास्टर. लिख रहा.
मेरे लिए ये क्या?
छोटे
ना.
Boy, how much you guys talk?
How much you talking?
What?
He speaks less. You are the person always fiddling with him.
जो नहीं चाहिए था.
Okay, nowadays please bring everything on your own because you have a lot of diagrams now. Shall we?
That's it.
Done?
Yes.
Write the next topic. Types of bills. ये मैं पहले explain करूँगा.
Yes.
Then we will go very quickly and finish it off. If possible today only I'll start that very interesting chapter. Okay. तो पहला types लिखो और 1 2 3 4 लिखो. हाँ. Pollution है. हाँ तो फिर वो करेंगे ना. Write down types of bills. First you write permanent. And उसका ABCD बनाओ. ठीक है मैं बनाता हूँ. You don't do. I'll do it. Permanent bills. Where is bills? If you could make it in a flowchart format, now it is easy for you to remember. है ना? So we are permanent bills. And ऐसे ही होगा instead of first is trade bills. हाँ तो ठीक है मत करो.
वैसे शाइनिंग करो. मेरा कर दे.
मैं लिख रहा हूँ. The westerlies. The polar easterlies. Then we have periodic events. Some color to the topic. Land and sea breeze. I'll explain one by one. Summer monsoon, winter monsoon. variable winds.
So low patterns भी है.
And could cancel A, my dear friend. All is the cyclones, anticyclones, cyclones, tropical and temperate.
MBBS है 12 MBBS के लिए आप तो अकेला है
Oh, while writing, why are you talking about that one? Come on. That shows your immaturity and non-concentration. Blue, Fohan, Chinook.
चीनी से कुछ कंट्रीज में आते क्या लोग?
हाँ, there I'll tell you. देख तो सही. मुझे इतना doubts क्यों होते हैं? हाँ, बात पैदा होते समय क्वेश्चन मार्क के साथ बाहर आएगा. हाँ, there are people. हर चीज में doubt. जब नर्स ने मुझे ये क्यों पैदा हुआ? And she is like you, है ना? Mistral. Singapore में we have fans of this brand. No, Canada is one country which never sells any fans. Never. जरूरत ही नहीं fan.
Only heaters.
Heaters and coolers. Thermostat.
Why coolers?
Temperature उनको 23 बहुत गर्म लगता है तो फिर कैसे होगा? And now it is -40. I told you now my family members are talking -40, -60. Winnipeg directly bounced to -40 and maximum it goes to -50.
Winnipeg बहुत north में आता है.
पूरा कनाडा पोल्स में है नॉर्थ में जाएगा. एक ही प्रोविंस जो अच्छा है वो है वैंकूवर. Where the temperature is 0 to close to 1 to 3. Shall we? Coolly copy करो. Once you understand this flow chart, only आपको theory थोड़ा सा learn करना है. अभी पूरा टॉपिक है यहाँ थोड़ा सा क्या बोलते हैं? You have to go slow and steady wins the race. बाकी तो आप full speed में गाड़ी भगा सकते हैं. चलो. Wait, people are waiting. Shall we? Now, when we understand winds, look at the nature only. Permanent. I need everyone to complete. I will drop the pen. This cannot be explained again. कर दिया attendance where it is. ऐसे बेंच के नीचे ही रखो then. Hey boy, you have signed? Last week, why didn't you come? Last week, नहीं, last lecture, no? Thursday I came. Where were you? भाई, तो ऊपर देखता रहेगा ना तो बहुत ऊपर जाएगा मेरा दोस्त. कितना ऊपर जाएगा पता नहीं. पढ़ाई तो नहीं था. मेरे लाइफ में बस ठीक है. So when we talk about 4 types of winds, we are saying you have to understand the names and the nature and its behavior. Now, if I start from here, as he has asked me rightly, local winds, it is there in certain area or certain region only. In fact, this you might have done in your ocean currents. नहीं यार नहीं है. ये variable है. What is the meaning of the word variable? तुरंत बच्चे ने बोला XYZ value डालो और उसको add करो. That That is not that variable. Here variable means very simple. Its intensity, its occurrence, or its timing is not constant. Anytime it might come based on only two things: atmospheric pressure and winds. That you know these two, cyclones and anticyclones. So either nahi hai. Next, then we say periodic. What is periodic? It depends on that period only. अब इंडिया में ये land and sea breeze, summer and winter monsoon ये सबसे ज़्यादा effective है. अभी summer monsoon only June to September आता है. What is that monsoon? हमारा main monsoon. Winter monsoon only 2 महीने के लिए आता है. That also only one part of India only receives rainfall. That is called as northeast monsoon. It is only coastal AP and coastal Tamil Nadu. अभी रुक जा, इसका मुझे पूरा रामायण सुना है, तब तुझे मालूम पड़ेगा why it is southwest and why it is. इतना याद रख लो, summer monsoon is the main monsoon known as SW. What does SW stands for? Southwest. This is NE. What does NE stands for? Only for 2 months. Now let us come to the main. These are permanent. If I classify you guys based on that, some are permanent, my dear friend. Permanently in out of वो बताएगा. Then we have periodic, ये है. Then we have variable, his performance. Sometimes he is very good. Sometimes ठीक है सर, हो जाता है सर, इसमें क्या टेंशन है. And I say he is my local person. सन पड़ा फिलहाल, along with him. कभी ट्रैक के बीच में आता, कभी ट्रेन. Today I don't know, I was passing by that area, then I showed my mom. ये हमारे student आज आया था. ट्रेन जा भी नहीं रहा, पब्लिक इधर ही खड़ा है. अरे कब जाए? मुझे तो लगता है कि अंडरपास बना दो. ट्रेन आया नहीं है, पब्लिक अंदर से घुस के बाहर निकलेगा. So why these winds are named? Because of their nature, because of their entry. Now let us go by the first wind. We call it as the trade winds. अभी trade winds में इसको connect करूँगा. किधर है वो? हमारा जो साउथ वेस्ट इंडिया में उसको नॉर्थ ईस्ट ट्रेड विंड्स बोलते हैं. आप बोलेगा यार ये क्या कंफ्यूज कर रहा है. इंडिया में साउथ वेस्ट में आता है. बट व्हाई इट इज नोन एज ट्रेड विंड्स? इन दोज डेज व्हेन these Arabs भी नहीं थे, they were Mongolians. They used to come into Indian subcontinent for trade. Do they have diesel run engine for ships? उनको मालूम था जून टू सितंबर जो विंड है वो इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट की तरफ लेके जाता है. So they used to use this wind. उसलिए इंडिया का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड अलग अलग विंड है जो उस टाइम पर व्यापारी लोग यूज करते हैं. सॉरी आई एम यूजिंग अ राइट वर्ड इन अ रॉन्ग प्लेस. समझ में आया? उसीलिए उस विंड्स का नाम लोग ने क्या रख दिया? द ट्रेड विंड्स. व्हाई इट इज परमानेंट? उस टाइम पर उसी डायरेक्शन में वो फ्लो करेगा. सेकंड, दी वेस्टर्लीज. अगर वो ग्लोब में ज्वाइन किया है, यू रिमेंबर polar westerlies, tropical westerlies. It blows from east towards the west. And अगर वो कौन सा जोन में है उसके नाम पे वो पकड़ लेगा. And it will blow in specific direction, specific time only. Easterlies you might have seen in both in northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. My friends are all jumping up. Look, there is polar westerlies, easterlies. इधर ही है ये चैप्टर में. देखो, come to page number 117. Are you seeing it? Where is polar easterlies? In northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. From where to where it is moving? From east to west. Look at westerlies from west to east, and they are coming here under which wind? Permanent. Is permanent very clear?
Yes.
Shall we only read and explain that, or shall I give the whole broad idea? Whole broad idea will be difficult for you to forget. Easy to not to remember. Both are same. The trade winds. You will start. He is reading very slow and steady. Try to go into the skins of geography. Let's see.
The winds blowing from the subtropical high pressure area towards the equatorial low pressure belt and the extreme.
Underline subtropical low pressure है क्या high pressure?
High pressure.
Go ahead.
Are known as trade winds.
Hmm.
The name trade comes from the German word trade meaning track. To
Hmm.
blow trade means to blow steadily in the same direction and a constant.
Underline that or blow steadily in the same direction. German word है. Next.
North and south of the equatorial belt are the trade winds in the zone lying between 5 degree and 30 degree north and south.
Underline that. 5 degree to 30 degree north and south है ना? हाँ.
In other words, they cover almost the entire area between 30 degree north and 30 degree south latitudes on both sides of the equator.
वो भी underline कर लो. 30 degree north and south. This is how you have to make notes, huh? Without any words, you can write bullet points लिखने का.
The trade winds are a result of a pressure gradient from the subtropical belt of high pressure to the equatorial belt of low pressure.
Why subtropical is high pressure, low temperature, and equatorial is
low pressure?
Why? Temperature is high. It blows from subtropical high pressure to equatorial low pressure. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Equatorial low pressure क्यों है? Temperature ज़्यादा है. Subtropical high pressure क्यों है? देखो, he is going crazy ना. क्या सर बोल रहा है? ट्रॉपिकल क्या है? सब ट्रॉपिकल टेम्परेचर उतना नहीं है जितना ट्रॉपिकल में है. अरे इक्वेटर से कैंसर से और ट्रॉपिक ऑफ इक्वेटर की तरफ आ रहा. क्लियर? रीड दैट लाइन अगेन बॉय.
The trade winds are a result of a pressure gradient from the subtropical belt of high pressure to the equatorial belt.
What is pressure gradient? And steadily your pressure गिर रहा है. समझ में आया? चलो.
In the northern hemisphere, the wind moving towards the equator is deflected by the Earth's rotation to flow south.
Earth rotation, उसके नीचे सब लोग क्या लिखेंगे? Very good. Earth rotation, अभी हम लोग ने किया है. Coriolis force.
Thus, the prevailing wind is from the northeast.
It is prevailing wind.
And it has been named as the northeast trade.
Underline that word, northeast. I'm giving time. Everyone, please read it silently. Hele baba, tu bhi read kar. Iska hai, tu mark kar. Because थोड़ा tricky है, but उतना भी नहीं है जितना दिखता है. Come on, come on. Read it silently and try to make points on your own. No need to write. Make you only points. 1, 2, 3, 4 ऐसा points बना. जल्दी. Let's see how many doesn't know how to make it. All in fact. तो अपना करना वो करेगा. सीधा है. Attention India, Bangladesh, which is begging for money from IMF, may overtake India. अच्छा देखो, IMF को पैसा नहीं देने बोलेंगे. हाँ, ये लोग अभी कर्जा पे लेगा ना, क्योंकि इंडिया बहुत कुछ इनके लिए बंद कर दिया. Onions, potatoes. Attention India, Bangladesh, which is begging for money from IMF, may overtake India. Bangladesh is ranked 34th in the world total GDP. Yeah? Because इसका population भी कम है, एरिया भी छोटा है ना. GDP. मतलब इंडिया का नेशनल इनकम और बांग्लादेश. वैसे भी इनका टेक्सटाइल प्रोडक्शन इंडिया से बहुत आगे है. अरे इतनी होता है. So anyway, Trump has to come back to America quick and बहुत जल्दी इंडिया इनके ऊपर डायरेक्ट एक्शन लेने का मजा है. नहीं लगा. हिंदुत्व हाँ हिंदुत्व बोल रहा है. बेनेली यानी अस्सी बाबा कौन सा मॉडल होता है? बहुत महंगा है. Marked guys?
Yes.
Sure? Let us go with the second one. You are only reading. Your reading has to be slow and steady.
The westerlies or the prevailing The westerlies or the prevailing westerly winds blow between 35 degree and 60 degree north and south latitudes from the subtropical high pressure winds towards the subpolar low pressure winds.
Underline subtropical high pressure to subpolar low pressure. हमेशा याद रखो टेम्परेचर हाई है ना उधर सब ट्रॉपिकल और किधर लो है polar. Okay.
In the northern hemisphere, the westerlies generally blow from the southwest to the northeast.
Underline southwest to the northeast.
And in the southern hemisphere, from the northwest to the southeast.
जरा वो डायग्राम पीछे टर्न करके देखो कहाँ से कहाँ ब्लो हो रहा है. 2 पेज छोड़ के एक डायग्राम है ना.
North hemisphere में right में और south hemisphere में left.
लेफ्ट में. हाँ.
These are on the shore winds on the west coast and offshore winds on the east coast.
Onshore and offshore. Shore winds क्या कर रहे हैं? What is onshore? जो close to the sea या ocean से निकलता है. Offshore land से निकलने वाला.
The onshore winds bring rainfall, while the offshore winds do not bring rainfall.
Underline. Onshore हमेशा rainfall लाएगा. क्यों लाएगा? Because हाँ मतलब वो sea to land. जबकि ऑफशोर कभी बारिश नहीं लाएगा. क्यों नहीं लाएगा? बिकॉज लैंड से ओरिजिनेट होता है. कहाँ से वो मॉइस्चर लेकर आएगा? हाँ, go ahead. नहीं वो नहीं पढ़ने का. चलो अभी जो आपने पॉइंट लिखा है ना उसको अंडरलाइन करो एंड टेल मी हाउ मेनी पॉइंट्स वी आर गेटिंग. 6 लिखा है. एवरीवन इज गेटिंग दैट 6. ये भाई सब को चलो पकड़ो. चलता है मेरा हिंट भी आ सकता है. ठीक है मार्क करने देना. Shall we go ahead? Characteristics मैं देता हूँ. नोटबुक में लिखो. नहीं मैं देता हूँ because reading में थोड़ा सा confusion होगा. I know that. Give me any one textbook. Write down characteristics. We are still with which wind now? Permanent trade winds, correct? Write down. Point number 1. Westerlies के बारे में लिख रहा हूँ. Westerlies ही है ना? नहीं trade winds है. Point number 1. Normally warm wind bringing heavy rainfall. Normally warm wind bringing heavy rainfall on eastern side of tropical lands. On eastern side of tropical lands. Second point. Characteristics कुछ नहीं है. Fixed velocity. हाँ, second point. Fixed velocity and regular in time. Fixed velocity and regular in time. Next. Permanent winds with reference to time. Understand time na? And what? And direction. बस अभी we got almost 30 को है ना complete. चलो put the heading B westerlies. तो अभी westerlies I'll give it, polar easterly also I'll give it in a very short and sweet. फिर अपना periodic wind सब fast जाएगा. ठीक है? ये थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा because the direction and the other thing. So you can have your 5 minutes legal break. Oh यार.
सर